Okay, let's start off the year with a fun question. Could we die from a fungus? You might think, duh, yes. But I mean, could we die from a fungus? The way the characters in The Last of Us do? Are we doomed to a slow, horrifying death at the hands of some freaky fungal infection? Well, like most things on the internet these days, the answer is an absolute resounding maybe. In the show, humanity is wiped out by a mutated strain of the Cordyceps fungus, which has somehow developed the ability to infect and control human brains. And while it sounds terrifyingly far-fetched, in reality, there is a fungus that does infect ants and other insects and does kind of hijack their brains, albeit not in a way that lets it control them like a puppet. This real-life fungus is known as Cordyceps militaris, and luckily it doesn't affect humans, since our brains operate at a temperature that is too high for it to survive. But just because at QI it affects us now doesn't mean it won't and be able to in the future. As the planet continues to heat up, there's no telling what kinds of adaptations various species will develop, including fungi. And even if a hotter climate doesn't directly enable Cordyceps to jump species, new fungal infections that could and currently survive in the human body have already started to show resistance to the drugs we use to treat them, meaning there's absolutely no guarantee that we'll be safe from a brain-controlling fungus forever. But even if a fungus did evolve to infect the human brain, would it actually be able to control us the way it controls its insect victims? The short answer is maybe, as the fungus grows within an insect. It slowly takes over its nervous system and compels it to act natural, so as not to draw the attention of its colony mates. Once it's ready to spread, though, the corpus then compels the insect to act erratically, causing it to climb to the top of a leaf or blade of grass and give the fungus one last bite, locking its jaw in a death grip. From here, the fungus sprouts out of the back of the dead insect's head, turning what was once a living creature into what's known as a fruiting body, which releases even more zygotes into the world below, starting the process all over again. And while this process won't turn humans into actual zombies, there is nothing in the realm of science that says a fungus couldn't alter our behavior in some ways without outright controlling us. Imagine a fungus that made you feel really tired all the time, or compelled you to do certain actions, or even altered your personality, just enough to make you seem a little off to the people around you. That wouldn't exactly be the same as a fungus taking over your entire nervous system, but it would be pretty creepy and potentially very dangerous. Luckily, we haven't seen any evidence of a fungus doing any of those things yet, even though new fungal infections are constantly being discovered. But that doesn't mean they won't eventually, as Dr. Arturo Casadevall, a mycology researcher at Johns Hopkins University School of Medicine in Baltimore, put it. Quote, "Fungal pandemics are significantly underappreciated as a threat to human civilization. The biggest threat being that, unlike viruses, which tend to make us feel awful so we stay home and rest, fungal infections are stealthier. They don't spread through sneezes and coughs, but through spores that float invisibly through the air and stick around for months. So could we die from a fungus that behaves exactly like the one depicted in The Last of Us? Probably not. Could we die from a fungus that exhibits some of the behaviors we see in the show? Unfortunately, that one's a maybe. But even if a fungal apocalypse is unlikely, that doesn't mean it's impossible. And given how badly the world has responded to actual pandemics in the past, it's a scary thought to consider. So thanks for watching this whole video, which was brought to you with the help of a grant from the National Science Foundation and a lovely team of patrons. You can learn more about them at our support page. Be sure to tune in next week to hear more of your science questions answered.